Telling our stories is the connective tissue of the collective human experience. The Just Keep Talking podcast delves into the lives and stories of artists. What is the impact of mental health on creativity? What does it mean to be a creative individual? Someone who feels deeply, experiences joy and pain intensely, and navigates the challenges of life through the creative process. With each story shared, we explore the authentic experience of our basic need to be seen, to be heard, and to belong. We're really not so different from one another, nor are we alone. Together, we can inspire, encourage, and enlighten each other to find the true joy and fulfillment that is within ourselves. When we just keep talking, we create the space for gratitude, self-acceptance, and grace in everyday life. In a world filled with divisiveness, fostering inclusivity and connection is a powerful way to make a positive impact. The Just Keep Talking podcast with me, Brother Love, because your story matters.
There's part of me that's throwing fists and phones against the wall. She feels like she's worked too hard to feel this fucking small. And another me is standing in the rain with open arms, just grateful to feel anything at all. And it's a crowded room filled with hope and heartbreak.
Hello and welcome to the Just Keep Talking podcast. My name is Brother Love. Thank you so much for tuning in. This episode is brought to you by Mr. Aaron's Goods. He's the best bagel in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a New Yorker. I baked bagels as a young man for my whole young adult life. So I think I know what I'm talking about.
You know a thing or two.
I know a couple of things. It's on Gallatin Avenue in Inglewood, Mr. Aaron's Goods. Go in there and tell him Brother Love loves you. And you'll get something cool. I don't know what it is. It could be a cup of coffee, maybe a cookie.
Extra schmear.
Extra schmear. Yes. A schmear and a smile. Right on. My guest today is Emily Hackett. Hello.
Hi. It's a pleasure to see you.
My goodness, it is so wonderful to see you. Let me Google you a little bit, okay? Emily Hackett with 2 T's, ladies and gentlemen, with a voice as genuine as her storytelling and a heart tuned to the frequency of everyday beauty. Emily Hackett is an unassuming powerhouse in the folk pop ether, raised on her father's records from Laurel Canyon legends and Beatles melodics to the raw power of Aretha and Zeppelin. Hackett's songwriting weaves classic influences into something unmistakably her own. Hackett invites listeners into a world where vulnerability and strength coexist. Each track of your full-length record, Must Be Present to Win, unfolds like a journal left open on the table, a heartfelt companion for anyone learning to embrace life's radiant, messy here and now. Thank you for letting me read to you about you.
Anytime. My best friend wrote that bio for me, and I love hearing it. She did a great job.
It's fabulous, and it really does encompass how you occur to others, especially to me now.
I like the way you phrased that.
Thank you very much. Yes, your new album, Must Be Present to Win, just came out in June.
Did end of June,
and
26th.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel? You did it. You put it out.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it. And I feel really, really proud of this body of work. It took a long time. And so it didn't really feel real, but it is really out.
Yeah, it is really out. Yeah. And you had your record release. You did something that was really cool. You know, you made it an event for a lot of us because it truly is a big time event. You know, you put something together. How long were you working on this record? A few years.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely started writing songs for it before my son was born, and he's 3.
And he's 3.
So
right. Your son Blue.
You do the math.
Yeah.
My son Blue.
Okay. So I saw you a couple of weeks ago at Neighbor Fest.
Yes.
In the East Village at the American Legion Post 82. There was you. We had Hillary Fretland.
Yep.
Right, who's amazing. Jess Nolan, amazing. Megan Coleman was spinning records.
Yeah.
Morgan.
Can't forget Morgan.
Morgan, Tennille Towns.
It was a good lineup that night.
It was a fabulous lineup, and it was all for the East Nashville Care Market, which is something near and dear to my heart as a community member. I also host a segment on Lightning 100 called Community Corner.
Yes.
And thank you. And I just was talking to Amanda Lutz.
Yeah.
And I had gone into the East Nashville Care Market right before your show, a couple of days. Yeah, because I just wanted to see it. I wanted to see well, what's going on
I
in
haven't
here.
gone in yet either. I need to do that.
And Amanda happened to have been there. She's like, you have no idea.
Cool.
And Davis Reese was there.
Okay.
And he was supplying all the food, and really incredible. So I got the tour.
Yeah.
And
that's
this
cool.
is more than just a food pantry.
Oh, yeah.
There's school supplies.
Yeah.
There's diapers. They have a freezer with cakes for your birthday.
Do they really?
My heart exploded into a billion pieces.
That's beautiful.
It is absolutely stunningly
Wow.
beautiful.
I
Yeah.
did not know. That's really cool.
So I'm in love with the cause. I'm in the neighborhood. My roots are in Nashville. I'm from New York City. I've been here now 18 years.
Me too.
Yeah. Turns out you and I have
Crazy. Yeah,
we've
we
known
have a
each
lot
other
in common.
a long time.
Yeah.
But I've forgotten all these things
Yeah.
because I was a drunk for so long. So
Hey, happens to all of us.
yeah. So I went to Neighbor Fest.
Yeah.
And it was in support of the East Nashville Care Market. So I'm watching you and I'm just mesmerized. And I'm like, you're just amazing. I mean, just the room was still and we were all enamored and we were just listening because you were just sharing and that's enough. And it was huge.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And then your set ended, and I think I went and talked to your part of your team, and I got this, right? Where's the camera? So what does this say?
It says you have everything you want already.
And I thought, this is so cool. What is it? And it was an invitation to your record release show, which was at the Pussy Willow, Reed Sofrino's house.
Yeah.
A good, dear friend that I've known
good
forever.
human, yes.
Yeah. She turned to her house. She would say, Larry, I'm going to do Read-a-Roo. I'm going to put a concert on in my house. And we were all like, good for you. Good luck. And it was like COVID and after COVID. Then I see you're doing a show there. It's amazing.
It was the coolest thing. I mean, Reed is a homie and she told me the same thing for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I saw videos and pictures of the house and I was like, wow, you've really done it. This is beautiful. She had built out this cool stage. I was like, all of these ideas that I had had about the record release show started really feeling real and coming together. And then I'm so glad that you loved that ticket. That was a little mystery that I wanted to put into the city. And I'm glad that it found you in that way. And it found some others in that way too. It was fun hearing stories.
It found some others. And one of them was a friend of mine named Lauren Miller, who happens to have been my neighbor for a long time, who's a graphic designer. She designed all of the Just Keep Talking podcast artwork.
Cool.
She's a dear friend. And when we get together, we just have hours of catching up.
Yeah.
She's such a beautiful human being. And she saw this and she said, what is this? You have everything you want already. I said, well, I'm interviewing Emily Hackett. She said, oh my God, I love Emily Hackett.
No.
This was yesterday.
Really?
Uh-huh. She's been a huge fan of yours for about 12 or 13 years.
No way.
She was gushing. And I said, I too am gushing. And I said, well, and she said, look, I was watching her videos. She was doing cover songs. You did Royals by Lorde.
Oh my God, yes.
With who?
Eons ago.
Yes.
With my friend Megan.
Right.
Megan Davies, yeah.
But she said, Larry, do you understand right now that's what every artist does? Is that they do a cover of something and they put it out and that's part of just what it is now to be an artist. She was doing this. You, Emily Hackett, have been doing this for 12 or 13 years. Mm-hmm. You were ahead of the curve, ahead of the game. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, man, she said that you made such a huge impact on her to play guitar, to write songs. And I'm going to quote what Lauren said. This is from Lauren Miller about your songwriting. She said, it's like the more personal what you're sharing is, the more universal it is, because you're talking about what it's like to be a human. And I thought, that's it. That's everything.
That's everything.
I thought, you did it. You've arrived.
That does feel like arriving. That is such a sweet compliment. It's not even sweet. That's not the right word for it. It just feels real.
Yeah.
It feels so authentic. And that's why I do this. That's why I write songs. Yeah. And that's really freaking cool to hear. Yeah. So thank you, Lauren.
Yeah. And I had just started taking my notes before she came over, and I was writing. You speak to a whole lot of people, you know. Your songs. I'm reading what I wrote here, and excuse me for doing that, but
that's okay.
Your songs tell stories of everyday experiences, thoughts, and emotions, but they're all expressed in a very simple yet deep and profound way.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank
That's
you.
cool.
Isn't that the goal?
That is the goal. That is winning right there.
Right? Because
It's working, whatever that means. It's doing what it's supposed to do. I am a vessel, and what I have created is good.
yeah,
And not good like praiseworthy, but just like, I did this thing. I put this art into the world. That feels good.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many songs when you listen in life, right? And you go, wow, that's so simple. And there's some of the most profound songs. And then if you learn them and you go back, especially like, I play songs on Lower Broadway or anywhere, as an artist, just learning a song, somebody asks you to sit in and then you actually dig into this simple song and you go, wow, there's nothing simple about this structurally or, intentionally, lyrically, anything. And you go, wow, this is craftsmanship. You craft art. And thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's just
wild.
It's phenomenal. And so you and I have known each other since the Santa's Pub days.
Since Santa's Pub.
So I ran into your husband, Mikey, at the show, the Neighbor Fest show. And he's like, yeah, Emily's inside. And I haven't seen him. I used to work at Santa's Pub.
Yeah.
Right. I ran the DJ.
This was 2012 vibes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I ran karaoke. I also bartended. Right. Yep. It was a blast. It was wild times.
Wild times.
Wild times. And I just thought, wow, I kind of don't remember a lot of it because it seems so long ago, but also I was such a big drunk. I mean, Santa just passed away,
Yeah.
And we had a reunion in the band that he knew us with, her and Kings County.
Yeah.
We had a reunion set. We played like one song.
Oh, fun.
For him, yeah.
Did you guys do it at Santa's?
We did, yeah.
That's cool.
And it was
I wish I'd known about that.
Yeah, it was amazing. So it brought together such a beautiful, vibrant community of singers and songwriters. I mean, everybody was in and out of that place.
It's so true. Like, you bring it right back to community, like talking about the East Nashville Care. I mean, I feel like that's why we have continued to cross paths, is just like community. I'm big into community. It's in my bio line. I feel like it's part of it. And maybe that's why it's kind of coming through in my music in some sort of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Santa's was totally a community, and that's how I met my husband. Not really. That's how we began our relationship.
Yeah. Mikey would come in. Okay, so this is the crazy stuff. We were just talking about this off air. I don't remember a lot, but I know that he sang that Savage Garden song. Ooh,
They had a whole bit. Adam and Mikey
They had a whole bit, and I got to be the third harmony on there because because that was the fun part of the job, is that I could sing with the artist. Ed Sheeran came in one night.
Oh,
it was the very first night of the rest of his life. And what I mean by that is it was the first night that he opened up for Taylor Swift at the arena. At the Bridgestone.
Really?
So it was like he was already doing his thing, and people loved him.
Yeah.
Those of us that like appreciated a songwriter, because you're talking about one person with their guitar in a room, and this room happened to have been an arena.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
So he gave
incredible.
us his authentic self. He is incredible. So that night, I'm not going to lie, we smoked a little weed.
As one does.
in the back of Santa's Pub. I was working, by the way, at the time, right? Yeah. And then I said, okay, Ed, do you want to go sing karaoke? And he was like, sure, mate. Good. I can't do an accent of his. And he and I proceeded to go, and there was a wall of girls, women, girls. Everybody was of age at Santa's. We ID'd everybody for booze too. But like, there was a wall of people very respectfully about 2 feet away. And I'm not kidding. Like, it didn't have to be that way. They could have just been on us. And Ed Sheeran and I just sang karaoke for like an hour.
What was the first song you guys sang?
I don't even remember. It was like anything. It was. I'm like, what do you want, man? This, that, and he sang.
That's so fun.
Harmonized. We high five and having.
What a night!
It was so great. But so Mikey would come in, and you would come in, and it was just you guys were the friendly people that I really appreciated, because we were talking off air. Is that a lot of the up and coming songwriters would come in, and a lot of posing and a lot of just sort of, priming. Posturing. Thank you. In the industry. And it's like this kind of like, I'll knock you over to get to talk to that person over there because they're important. And there's so much of that in the entertainment world. It's in Nashville. It's everywhere.
It's part of it, but you also are like, oh, can we just have some? See, Santa's was where we came for realness.
Exactly.
We would sit at the back of the bar and just watch people and talk about our days.
Yeah.
Like that was where we got real.
Yeah. That's where my wife, I think, got the permission to be with me because she came to visit Santa's Pub and brought all of her girls from Jersey. They were for a vacation.
I was like, what do we mean by permission?
Permission. Oh, are you kidding? The Jersey girls, all of a sudden.
They're like, is he this? Is he this?
The Jewish friend, by the way, of hers. She came up to me. She goes, hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm born on Christmas. I'm the Christmas Jew or something like that. She just was like, you're Jewish and we're going to be friends. And then I sang Sinatra.
Oh, game over.
And it was game over.
Good choice.
All of her friends, the Italians, the Jews, everybody.
Yeah, they're like, he's a winner.
He's a winner. You have my permission to marry our friend. Yeah. But that's what Santa's Pub. Good. And it's in your lyric time machine.
Yeah.
So I like
talking about those days.
Talking about those days. Back in the days when you didn't really know me, you'd send a text saying Santa's karaoke. You'd be by the bar, $2 PBRs. Yeah. That is true. They were $2. Too cool to sing. And it's great. And then we were writing songs and, we got a little distracted on the sofa.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
Is that when he would send me this text, he didn't say Santa's.
Right.
He would just send a Santa's emoji.
Right. Perfect.
That was it.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I'm like,
it's great. That's so cool. So we've known each other now for a very long time. We did a show together when Them Vibes was playing with Maggie Rose.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Songwriters Festival forever ago.
So like I know you, but I don't know you. And now I'm getting to know you. And you have a family, you have a son, you have this great record out. You are part of this fabric of this community and it really means a lot. But when I was researching you, you're welcome. When I was researching you, you had like a humongous bit of fortune, good fortune, a song called Take My Hand, the wedding song in 2014. So I knew you then.
Yeah.
Written by you and Christian Luthi.
Yeah. From Luthi, the band. Yeah.
From the band Luthi. And I'm looking, I'm like, what is this Take My Hand? And you know when you're not really good at math because you never had to count so high? That's what it was like looking at your Spotify numbers. I'm like, oh wait, there's 2 commas, there's a lot of numbers. 17,288,456 457 if you count me listening to it yesterday. 17 million streams.
It's pretty crazy.
Did that change your life?
Well, over the course of, it's been 12 years now, it's been a consistent thing for me. It's been a consistency. It's just a wild story. There's like so many different facets of the wedding song. Number one being it was the very first song I ever released. And crazy.
Good for you, Emily.
That doesn't happen, right? Yeah, like what?
That's great.
But it only, like Will Anderson, who sang on it, only sang on it because he was in between record deals with his band Parachute at the time.
Oh, yeah.
And they were only in between deals for like a few months or something. So it just was a window that he was like, sure, I'll sing this duet with you. And then Mikey encouraged me to put it out. And then it was like, it's wild for me to have written a song that I wrote for a friend's wedding to then, the person who produced it. Well, I met Mikey on the day we did that demo. Wow. And then I end up marrying the man.
Yeah.
So pretty weird, pretty must be present to win vibes, like, so that song, it just keeps coming back. It just kind of finds ways like to return. And so it has been a blessing in long, to answer your question. Yes, it did change my life, but not in the ways that you would expect.
Right. Did you make a lot of money off of it? I guess because I've never had that
over time. Yes. I think like more in the beginning and like always, it's kind of always been relatively reliable for me to return back into the art that I'm currently making.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is beautiful.
What was your idea of success then compared to what it is now? Because you hit a Grand Slam home run, out of your first at bat. And you were up and coming. You were what, 20 something years old?
I was 24.
Right.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Can you reach back? What was your idea of what like success is for you then?
Well, everything took me by surprise.
Yeah.
Like I kind of had like a lot of accidental success
Yeah.
in my early years. I probably need to talk about it more with my therapist because I don't really know what it all means. I had that accidental success of like, you know, it wasn't premeditated. I didn't write the song for myself. I didn't premeditate like, oh, I'm going to release this. It was the encouragement of another, of
Right.
the man I loved.
Yeah.
And then that happened. And then another situation right around the same time, like not long after, Belk, do you know the
Yeah.
department store?
Sure.
They did they did this like modern Southern music, not like a sweepstakes, but kind of like where I auditioned for this thing, and I auditioned in such a way where I didn't even have the band together that I really wanted.
Yeah.
It was only happening in like a day or two. So I was like, called my buddy Taylor Ivy and was like, hey, can you play this audition with me? And you know, we need somebody else. And he's like, oh, let me like find you an upright bass player and we'll sing it together. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
But then I had never played like that in that setup before.
Wow.
And then I end up winning. And then I get to open or like play these big country shows, which also was a genre that was not really a genre that I would have pursued per se. And then I end up, you know, they're like, oh, so you're going to open these big shows and stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I can call like more people to put together a full band now, right? And they're like, no, we want you to do it just like that.
Right. Wow.
And I was like, oh, I honestly was like, I was figuring out who I was as an artist in real time,
Yeah.
being thrown into it. And it took a lot of me realizing what I didn't want over that time to get to where I am now.
Interesting because,
It's a wild story.
well, I mean, the themes of your life now seem to be about letting go,
Yeah.
seem to be about being just going with the flow
Yeah.
and not chasing the things,
Yeah.
letting things be and not trying to control everything and being present and in the moment.
Yep.
Isn't that funny? That's
Yeah.
exactly how you had your first success because you weren't trying
I was just
at all.
doing it.
You were just in the moment.
Yeah.
And luckily the moment was moving.
Yeah.
Because when there's motion, we just go with it.
Right.
And we have no choice but to just keep our wits about us, really. Keep
Yeah.
our eyes open. And more than that, if possible, our hearts open,
Totally.
you know, and then our minds to follow like, wow, is this real? Is this what I really need to be doing now?
Right.
The current is taking me.
Right.
Do I put all, you know, do I bear down or do I release and let go?
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
when there's not motion, we sit in the thoughts of it all.
Oh, 100%.
And then that just kind of keeps us going in a circle, which then, you know, in a way, and that's where my darkness comes from personally.
Oh, yeah.
But when there's motion, it all just sort of flows and opens up.
Yeah.
So when would you say you found your voice?
I think I found my voice right after I left like the country genre.
Me too.
And that's nothing against it. It's like I'm really proud of those works. I mean, By the Sun and By the Moon, they were a record and I split them up into two separate like EPs. And that is one time in my life that I chose to kind of chase something, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, like
Nothing wrong with it.
Davis, my good friend, Davis Nash produced those, and he kind of like saw me play by myself, and he's like, I think I hear it. Like, can I help you do this? And so we kind of collectively were like, you've been in country's working for you. It's where your world is. Like, let's do our own flair of it.
Yeah.
And so it really was like, it leaned heavily pop rock.
Yeah.
Like we referenced Michelle Branch. We referenced a lot of that era of music. And I still do. I still reference those things. They just sound more me now.
Yeah.
You know, because
Yeah.
I was like not trying to fit it into any kind of box. And yeah, so the project following that. And then of course, definitely this one, I feel the most me.
Yeah.
And I've had my hands on everything and known when to say no. That's a big thing for me too over this journey. Just knowing when to say no.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
Big time stuff.
Yeah.
When you find your truth, do you believe it?
Sometimes.
Right?
For a second.
Right?
I belief has been That's been the topic of conversation over the whole making of this record. I mean, I answered some interview questions the other day, and it was like, at any point during the making of this record, did you want to give up? And I was like, yeah, like every day.
Yeah.
But you do it anyway because there is some sliver of belief in there.
Yeah.
That's like, no, you're supposed to do this. And it does kind of stem back to those early days of the wedding song and the Belk thing. And I feel like the universe kind of threw me in and was like, hey, this is what it could be like. This is it. Like, here's a taste. And then all of that kind of came to like sort of a halt, I guess, because I didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I guess I better buckle down and figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's the road that I've been on ever since, I feel like.
It's hard to believe it though, right? Because like I suffer from depression big time, okay? And my journey is mine.
It's yours.
And recently I've seen light at, you know what I mean? Not the end of a tunnel, but I've just seen light and I felt a little lighter. Therapy's been wonderful.
Love it.
Communication has been wonderful. And just taking care of myself, boundaries have been huge, but I don't believe it. I don't know if it's going to last. I get worried. I get worried so fast.
You're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
That, or just like that feeling of like today, you met me at the car and we said, there's air out here.
Yeah.
And it's moving and there's a breeze and there's motion because we've been sort of just in the soup of a Nashville summer.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like when I feel the air and I can breathe and I just feel like, is this real?
Yeah.
Is it real? Am I making this up? But if I'm making it up, great. I'm making up something wonderful, right?
You wrote the idea of like manifesting stuff.
Sure.
You're like, I have to just keep being like a little Delulu, right?
Yeah.
Until you can touch it. And be like, no, it is real.
It is valid, right?
Yeah.
You said it yourself in the song Countdown. I must be present to win.
Yeah.
That's sort of a mantra.
Absolutely. And I didn't make that up. That was something Mikey had said to me. And honestly, Mikey's one of those people where like, he says really crazy shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like just unique things. And that's why he's a songwriter, because he'll put things in ways that you've never heard it before. And I don't know if he came up with that or not, like if that was novel to his own brain or not. But when he said it to me after I had returned from going to an event that I didn't want to go to and then came back like talking about how awesome it was and all the people that I saw and la la la. And he was like, must be present to win. And I was like, oh. And I swear, like in that moment, it just hit me like a ton of bricks, and it still does.
Yeah.
I that image of the ticket and everything like came to me, and I've genuinely been trying to like spread that around town, not for like look at me, but truly just because it's such a great reminder.
Yeah. Do you think there is winning? Is there a win?
I think winning is those are the green lights that we get. Like everything that we talked about in terms of us getting reconnected, like those are the green lights.
Those are the wins.
And those are the wins. I don't know if there's like gonna be some giant win at the end. Like nobody knows.
Right.
So you might as well take each win as it comes and like let that be a nod that you're on the right path.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. That's a good way of looking at it.
I try.
Yeah. I mean, do you believe, are you one of the artists that believe that you need to suffer in order to create art? Believe that you need to suffer, or just suffer and then you need to believe that it's okay?
Yeah, there is some vicious cycle in there. I don't know. I think that every artist has a little bit of just like innate suffering in them, and even if they're like in the best place ever, they're like huge empathy people, and they can like get lost in the world of another, and then you're still tapping into that same feeling, right? I don't know. I'm by no means, I say this all the time, just because I released a record about all these things, by no means do I have it figured out.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I appreciate that, because gosh, I have so many friends and people that I've known throughout life. They're like, well, I worked on that now.
Yeah.
I'm good. And I'm like, oh, okay. I wish it were like that. I mean,
checking boxes, great.
This little MF is sitting on my shoulder, like, ding, 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 ding. And I just have to just like, okay, I hear you. I know you're there.
Yeah.
But I don't have to believe you.
Yeah.
And I can be vulnerable and I can listen and have empathy.
Yep.
And I think listening is the greatest gift of all. I truly do believe that. And the fact that you're able to accept the light and the dark and the good and the bad and the wins and the keep goings
Yeah.
is a real testament because you were able to finish a product. You were able to put a full record out.
Yeah.
Which is
That is the win.
that
for
is
sure.
a huge, huge win. Really, congratulations.
Thank you.
Do you create the and design your artwork for everything? Your shirts? You have great merchandise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a little of both. I am a true artist in the sense of like I have the visual ideas for pretty much everything. I'm going to be that annoying girl who either asks for a lot of edits or I'm like in the editing room being like, oh, can you go to this scene or whatever? Like I'm very hands on.
Right.
So yeah, like all my single art I did with my buddy Sam Street and like he came over, like you should see some of the like brainstorm shit that I've sent him, like pictures of things. But he was so great at just like rolling with it. I would like take a picture and then we would go print it out and then I would cut it up and then he would take a picture of the cut up thing and we were just like having fun.
Yeah.
We were just making art. So like that's what I love. And I did the same thing with my visuals with like the music videos and stuff. And I love making that stuff. I really enjoy it. So yeah, it's all part of it.
You're a crafty one, I tell you.
Thank you.
That used to be not a good thing. She's so crafty. So within all of this art and creation and love, you found time to make a baby, to be a mother.
Yeah.
You have a crowded room, as it were.
I do.
You wrote a song called Crowded Room. You wrote a lot of songs on your record. A lot of them reference your motherhood. A lot of them reference love with Mikey, with your son, Blue. And I love there's a little passage in Crowded Room. There's a part of me who's looking at me crawling on the ground. He's part of me that's really just my heart inside out. And I just want to show up for him where I'm at right now. Right now.
Yeah.
What's it like? A mom in music, in life, this day and age, 30-something years old?
Yeah, it's a challenge, that's for sure. Like I said already, I by no means have it figured out.
Yeah.
But I have realized that the best way, like despite all of this independent artistry, it's the idea of the challenges that come with chasing a dream are worth it when you're showing your kid that you're not willing to give up on a dream and something that you really think is what you're meant to be doing. Yeah. That's kind of the thing that keeps me going is that I guess it's to make him proud, but it's also just for him to see like you really can do anything if you put your mind to it. And I can't tell you that if I don't believe it for myself and I don't act on it myself.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I congratulate you. I'm so in awe of the moms and what you do, dads as well. You know, I've had the privilege of interviewing a lot of moms that are dear friends of mine, Rachel Rodriguez, Alexis Sosky, Rosemary Fossey, and I just interviewed her husband, Brett Ryan Stewart, who's a musician and producer. And all these folks have kids, different ages, and none of them are in the position to be a hands-off parent and go off into the world and, you know, become successful and just fly in and fly out and all that.
Right.
Every single one that I know is very hands-on with their children and is very much saying the same thing that you are. They're very concerned about being a part of their children's lives.
Yeah.
But we live in a really tough world right now. You know?
No kidding.
And I don't know how you do it. And I find it remarkable. How are you through all of this? Because you're raising a child in the climate that we're in. You are an artist, and there has to be a bit of selfishness when it comes to being an artist.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
There is. I mean, I talk about that in Beyond Blue.
Yeah.
And that song came from the beginning of the journey. I think I started writing that when Blue was only like 6 or 7 months old.
Mm-hmm.
I had postpartum depression and I didn't really know it in the moment. And so, yeah, it wasn't easy, but I am so blessed that I have had like an amazing partner, first of all, but then also my family we would not be able to have the lifestyle that we have, like, and chase this dream without their love and support. And they take care of Blue all the time so that we can run out and
Are they here?
hobnob and whatever.
They're here in Nashville?
They are in Inglewood. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And so that's just been huge. And it's tough. I think that it's like, you do what you can, you make it work. There's just a bit more juggling these days. I feel like there's juggling for everybody. Yeah. And then you throw a kid in the mix and it can be exhausting, but we do our best. That's all we can do.
Yeah. I was telling you before is that like I bitch and moan about my puppy and my dog. And I'm like, wait, I'm talking to a parent of a human being. Shut up, Larry. I'm like, Jazz is gnawing at his paws and it's hot out and he's bald and he's a hairless terrier and he has no fur to protect him. And I'm like, I'm so
no
nervous.
comparative suffering.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're so wonderful. So how is your health? How is your mental health? How are you taking care of yourself? Do you take care of yourself?
I try. I certainly try. I work out. I went on a run this morning through
good for you.
the air park. We're close to the park, and I have found solace in the woods and saying hello to the deer in the mornings and the turkeys. I saw this mama turkey with like 12 little baby turkeys behind her. And I'm like, I love living over here. Like, it's so I get a lot of joy in nature. I feel like I find peace. And I started a new Ann Patchett book.
Oh.
I love her. She owns Parnassus in Nashville. Yeah. I find peace when I give myself time alone. I think that that's probably the hardest thing for me in being a mom is that you never really get that alone time anymore, or when you get it, it's hard to like really like gift it to yourself, because you're like, oh, well, the laundry list of things that you have to do for the family, for yourself, for work, for whatever is like, I get a lot of times anxiety about like, what is the best use of my time right now? Because it's just far and few in between. So I try to make sure that I give myself that and I go, I get a ground a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you need that. And I saw you posted something about just like unplugging and tuning out and tuning in, really. You're tuning out of the world, but tuning into nature. Yeah. Which is so very important. Yeah. You said you're in therapy?
Yeah, not as often as I would like to be, but yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Would you say your mental health these days right now is, well, I don't know, where are you at?
On a scale of 1 to 10...
I don't even know. What is 1 and what is 10, by the way?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I mean, let's say 10 is you're like, you are a guru. Okay. You have made it. You are Gandhi.
Yes.
I'm sitting at a chill 6, maybe.
That's great. I think so too. I love that you have a spiritual side. I believe Alan Watts is quoted in your song Butter.
Yeah.
Because we worry about money, we worry about money, we worry about money, and we worry about getting ahead and all of these things. And I love that song.
Thanks.
And Alan Watts was a very deep spiritual teacher, spiritual thinker. Cool guy. And a Western guy explaining Eastern philosophies, which is really a big deal. Like Ram Dass has done that for me.
Yeah.
Love.
We have a Ram Dass book down there.
Yeah, I met Ram Dass.
Did you?
In Maui.
Wow.
Yeah. And I didn't realize it was right before he passed away. It was actually really, it was wild. I was at Shep Gordon's house. Shep Gordon is a famous manager, Alice Cooper.
Okay. I was going to say that name is familiar.
He's like the person who created the fame of chef. Like chefs became famous. He saw that there was a rock star in a chef.
That's interesting.
So all of the TV shows, all of the contests, all of the like a chef becoming famous really was Shep Gordon.
That's cool.
And I met him because my wife Sarah Tomek, the famous Sarah Tomek, was playing drums with Steven Tyler.
Oh, sick.
We got married in Maui. We got to go to a party at Shep Gordon's house.
That's amazing.
And I remember going to take a seat because there was a concert, some people were going to play some music, like Mick Fleetwood and some other people. I don't know.
Just
something cool.
Some chill.
Wild. And I was going to sit in a seat and I just kind of was like, excuse me, because it was just chairs it's a big, beautiful house, but there wasn't like a theater or anything. They were just like folding chairs. Yeah. And I have to go and sit, and I'm walking by this older man, and I'm like, that's Ram Dass.
I wouldn't have recognized him.
Well, he was sitting among just other people.
Sure.
And I walked by him. I had to get by him to get to my seat.
That's wild.
And I looked down because he was so very shriveled, very sick, very ill or something. I didn't even know. He was old. Yeah. And I put out my hand. I said, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ram Dass. And he looked up at me and he went, like, and reached out his hand. And I thought, what the hell do I do? Do I shake Ram Dass?
Knuckles.
Do I shake?
Knuckles, bro.
What do you do? There weren't knuckles back then.
Oh
We didn't knuckle. This is like 2016, 2017. We didn't knuckle. And I didn't know what to do. No, it was 2017, 2018. It was right before he died.
Wow.
It was very close. Excuse me for not knowing. Ram Dass died in 2019.
Yeah.
It was like a few months before he passed
That's
away.
crazy.
And I shook his hand because I thought, I got to shake Ram Dass's
Yeah,
hand. And
you
if I
got
get
to.
something, then I'm going to get a good something.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway,
it was good luck. It's like
good
rubbing the Buddha's belly. Like,
yes. So I really appreciate that you have this spiritual side. I don't know, it's a side. It's a depth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I think it serves you well
Thank you.
because I want to talk a little bit about a post that Lauren Miller, my friend,
Who's now my friend, too.
who's now your friend, she showed me a post of yours, and it was from a little while back, and it was basically on being stuck. So I'm going to quote you now.
Okay.
Okay. I never know how much of my personal life I should exploit on this thing. And this thing is Instagram. I wrote Cherry, the song Cherry, 3 or 4 years ago. I listen to it now and feel the exact same way. You know, and I thought that's a good thing. You know, I mean, like you write a song and it still hits you the way the song hits you. So
Sure.
so it has lasting power. And that's how I took it.
Yeah.
But then I listened on and to your reel.
My mini film.
And then you ran into a friend and you were talking and it's like, man, I just want different problems. Like I want to have moved somewhere in my life
Right.
that I have different, newer problems.
Right.
So now I realized, wow, you're talking about having the same old problems. And then you went further into just hitting you deeply because you felt so stuck.
Yeah.
It was a song that you wrote years ago. And I know what it's like to feel stuck and to feel like you're not progressing. It's not happening fast enough. It's not happening.
Yeah.
And you said, I'm just trying to keep the channel open and stay in the flow. And that's a lyric in the song, Cherry. You said, like, you're doing the work. You're mindful. You're choosing joy. You're doing the things.
Yeah.
But it's so darn hard. And you were so just being vulnerable, which I think is the greatest strength. Thank you for being so honest
Yeah.
in that story. And so how do you feel about that you put that out there and where you are now?
I definitely feel like I have experienced growth. I think like I don't feel like I'm still in that place all the time anyway. Does it revisit? Sure. Yeah. It's like what we were talking about. Like doubt will come knocking all the time. And sometimes you let it in because you're in that vulnerable of a place that it's going to get the best of you.
Yeah.
But, if you do have like a spiritual practice and you have a good community around you and you're talking, you're doing like all the right things, you'll open the door less.
Yeah.
And I think that's, if there's any growth that has happened for me since then, it's that I'm trying to open the door less when the invasive thoughts come in. I'm trying to be like, no.
Yeah. Good for you. Yeah. You have everything you want already.
Right.
And that's sort of how you buttoned up this video. I mean, you were crying and you're being very honest and you were just saying like, look, I got to look up and I'm going to say thank you.
Yeah.
You're not just saying like, I'm practicing gratitude. No, you were being gratitude.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It's so
hard to become. And that's what it was. You
it's
just
so
said,
hard. It's hard becoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let the little girl live and thrive in a grown-up world. That's how you...
Right. And that brings it back to crowded room. Like I am constantly trying to make sure that girl would be proud of the woman I am now. And that like trying to make all those iterations of me feel good about where I'm currently at.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's really cool. I'm so happy to know you. I really am.
Thanks.
There's a quote there. Thank you. There's a quote here from Brene Brown, one of my heroes. And I thought of you this morning as I was putting my notes together. Yeah. Brene Brown says, the willingness to tell our stories, feel the pain of others, and stay genuinely connected in this disconnected world is not something we can do half-heartedly. To practice courage, compassion, and connection is to look at life and the people around us and say, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I thought of you, and you really are embracing all of it, all the colors, all the messiness, and all the light and all the joy as well.
I'm trying to, it is. It's all important, every emotion. And man, I think I've probably learned a lot of that from my 3-year-old because if there's any creature out there that understands like feeling it all and then needing to like understand what that means and like it's a toddler.
Yeah. I'll bet. Right on. I have a speed round of questions. Would you be interested here?
Yeah.
Good, because I'm sitting right here. It's real quick. What fascinates you, Emily Hackett?
The circus.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but like vintage circus and just like the magic to that. I've always just been like fascinated with it. I don't know.
That's great.
Inexplicable.
When I was a kid in Queens and the Big Apple Circus would come to Cunningham Park. So that was a circus that moved, like Ringling Brothers
like
would
setting up the tent.
Right.
And I know like I like low key miss the days when the animals were part of it, but I'm also like really happy that the animals are not being mistreated and stuff.
That's true.
But like there is some like mystical element about like riding an elephant.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of stuff.
It's dream world. Yeah. The circus would come and set up in the park, and I worked at the bagel store down the street. And so
Bringing it back to the bagels.
all of these folks came in, these freaks came in, right?
Oh,
and
wow.
by freaks,
that would be a trip.
But by freaks, I meant they had tattoos.
Yeah.
Their hair was colored, different colors.
Right.
They had piercings. Like these weren't freaks.
So we're like, oh, East Nashville.
These are East Village, New York, and East Nashville. Yes.
Yeah.
So because when I moved to the East Village, just a couple of years
wait a
later,
second.
wait a minute. That's the person
The
from
circus.
It's the circus. They're not freaks. They're my people. I'm a freak.
Maybe that's why I'm obsessed with it.
And you want to run away with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it gives you an opportunity to run. Because I thought if I run away with the circus, where would I go? I didn't realize. East Village.
I did run away with the circus.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh, wow.
There
this
you
is
go.
An aha moment.
Cool.
Very cool.
All right. I love that. That's what fascinates you, the circus.
Yes.
What angers you? What pisses you off, Emily Hackett?
Really, really ignorant and greedy people in power.
Yes. That's a very easy answer.
Yep.
Yep, I concur. What brings you joy, Emily Hackett?
Old friends.
Yeah.
And new friends and just like being with people that are genuine. Like, but I feel so grateful for the people who made me. And they're all over the world now. A lot of them are in Nashville, but a lot of them are like everywhere.
Yeah.
And every time I see them, I get great joy.
If you had a magic wand and you could change or fix anything to your liking, what would it be?
To just like magically find like the most perfect storage for everything in my home. Just like ding.
I like
and
that.
And everything, like all the clutter and everything goes away.
That's great. That's like an episode of Bewitched, an old TV
Yes.
show.
I used to watch Bewitched all the time, Nick at Night.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, here's the big one.
Okay.
Toilet paper over the roll or under the roll?
Oh, you gotta go over.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know how many crazy people are out there that are the under the roll thing?
No.
There's too many of them.
If I do that, it's an accident.
Exactly. You know, the last interview I had with Brett Ryan Stewart, whom I love, he said under the roll. And I said, you're crazy, which is not a nice thing to tell somebody that you're interviewing.
Sure.
But I had already turned the toilet paper over.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. And I told him that, and he said, well, as soon as you leave, I'm turning it back.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I'm probably more like, I don't really care, but if I'm going to have a preference, it's going to be on top.
That's great. Emily Hackett, what's next for you? What's going on? We're going to wrap this up. Tell us, what do we look forward to? Your record is out.
My record is out. I'm just excited to try and get some more shows on the calendar in other cities. And in Nashville, too, I'll be playing again. But I want to go see some of those old friends I was talking about and play some shows in cities that I haven't seen in a while. New York being one of them, one of my favorite places in the world.
Yeah.
And there might be some more music in my back pocket. I don't know.
Well, there might be, but now we have Must Be Present to Win. Yeah. It's also available on vinyl, right?
Yes.
Ladies
That's
and
actually
gentlemen.
a very exciting thing. This is Mama's first vinyl.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how do
I'm
we
really
find
psyched.
you? Give us all the info specs.
Well, I would love for you to visit emilyhackett.com.
It's a great website.
Thank you. I revamped my website and I'm obsessed with it. It's really fun to like poke around on the website. And my socials at Miss Emily Hackett, and my vinyl is in Nashville. If you can get it at Grimey's, you can get it at Vinyl Tap, and you can get it online.
Perfect. Emily Hackett, thank you so much for having me at your home.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
pleasure.
It really was. It's great to see you again. Really great to connect.
Yeah.
Absolutely. My name is Brother Love. This is the Just Keep Talking podcast. Your story truly does matter. And folks, we're not alone out there.
No.
Use your freaking turn signal, okay? Until next time. Bye-bye.
That's really good. Honestly, I immediately thought of my mother.
Oh, yeah.
She is the worst at using her turn
This town
signal.
sucks with it. Yeah. This is still on, by the way, just real quick. This town is the worst when it comes to turn
Nashville
signals.
has not just turn signals, the worst drivers
Ever.
Period.
I'm from New York City. We were maniacs. You get into a cab, you don't know if you're going to make it alive. But you know what?
But
you do.
You do.
Not here.
No, not here. No.
I have T-shirts that say, use your turn signal, and I will gift you one.
Oh, please.
I forgot to bring it.
Please. I need one.
Awesome.
I'm going to give it to my mom.
You can personally support this show simply by clicking the tip link in the show notes. The Just Keep Talking podcast is now available on all podcast platforms. Please like, share, and subscribe. Visit our website at justkeeptalking.com, our YouTube channel at Just Keep Talking Podcast, and Instagram at The Just Keep Talking Podcast. We all just want to be seen, to be heard, and to belong. Thank you so much for supporting my mission and the Just Keep Talking Podcast with me, Brother Love, because your story matters.